Take a chance. Your mother did.
This week on isletunes, it's fellas that were in the mood to share their music on the podcast for the first time. We'll groove on genre-spanning jams from Wisenrock, Feelings, Seth Pobjoy, Leon Gallant, and more. Yous ready, PEI? Let's get her done! How's she going, Prince Edward Island? I am your host, Adam Michael James, and you are listening to the April 10th, 2026 episode of the Music PEI Award-nominated isletunes. You know, when I started this podcast, I only had a few dozen artists in the isletunes music library to choose from, which back then already seemed amazing to me. But as I sit here today, that number is upwards of 400. Even more amazing, if still only scratching the surface of the music makers this island holds. Big thank you, as always, to my coordination assistant, Jackie Robichaux, who obtained permission from a damn good number of these artists so their music could be played here. I always like to get a green light from folks first, not only as a courtesy, but not gonna lie, to cover my hammy ass. And when you've got 400 artists to choose from, some of them are gonna fall through the cracks, especially when you've been doing theme shows like I've been doing this season. You get permission from a new artist, but where do you fit them in? Turns out, in episodes like these. Prepare your ears for 10 of these acts, some of whom are new to PEI's music scene, many of whom have been part of it for eons, all of whom are new to isletunes. For now, there's mostly guys on the unplayed playlist, so I'm leaning into it. And what a genre-jumping collection these dudes represent. So let's get to jumping. You never know what obstacles you might bump into while in pursuit of your dreams. For an 18-year-old Corey Wisner, that was losing all of his early recordings thanks to a corrupted hard drive, which discouraged him from continuing on for what must have seemed like it was going to be forever. Like many, it took the isolation of COVID's early days to get the Watervale native, who at that time was living in Edmonton, to get recording again. Now Corey is making up for it with a vengeance, dropping an amount of material so far in 2026 that can only be measured as a slew. He does his own share of genre hopping, but here's something synth-wavy for you, a song he wrote about reconnecting with the one who would become his love after a 20-year separation, and with the galaxy bearing witness to it. While he does release under the moniker CJ Wisner, for this purpose he is Wisenrock, and this is isletunes with his recent single, We Fell in Love Under the Stars. Get rockin', wise one!
Still, the sky burned bright, your hand in mine,
isletunes treats you to the electropunk noise punk goodness of Noble, that's KN0WBLE, and his 2026 single Growl. Couldn't find much about this fellow except that he's from Cornwall and that his specialty clearly is in industrial and experimental music. And what's this Wolf Corgi Studios all about? Feelings. The emotional base that's said to separate humans from animals. Though it's my very strong opinion that animals have emotions, and there's certainly no lack of humans without feelings these days. But I digress. What we're leading up to here is the quintet of Brad Dean, Chris Copeland, Matt Packman, Devin Krauskopf, and Fadi Faisal, who had enough positive feelings about themselves and music that they got together to form Feelings, who say their repertoire is as changing and eclectic as the real things inside us. The fivesome has also described their output as a genre-busting sonic attack, and from what I've heard, I'd have to say that's accurate. Though their first release seems to have been a self-penned Christmas song, we're going to dispense with the holidays and pull from their 2022 album Post Capital. Here is Feelings and a selection of their menu called Sex for Lunch. If you're not picking up some clear B-52's influence in here, then isletunes needs to get its ears checked.
To the headrest, and I dive off the edge. What you gonna do when the waves flow over you? And how you gonna handle when the waves start crashing through to you? Got a bit of a headache, and my mind is all wet as I search for a thought hole. Well, that's when it hit. What you gonna do when the waves flow over you? Then how you gonna handle when the waves start crashing through to you? And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Understood all kinds of things, and that's only when it really reestablishes. And when I get my brains back, reflecting in my head, then we can become these things, be people not men, be people not men.
Some of y'all have a turkey platter for lunch, and some of y'all have sex for lunch, or at least the group Feelings does, as evidenced here on isletunes. Coming up, a double shot of island love, hip-hopping with serpents, and the denial of a booty call. Time goes by quick, doesn't it? One day a rocket is launching, and just over a week later its accompanying capsule is back, having taken a ride around the moon. All the more reason to appreciate every moment we've got and document what we can, like islandnewspapers.ca has done for the province, which forms the basis of This Week in PEI History. April 12, 1984, the Netted Gem, the student newspaper of UPEI, ran an article about concerns regarding the proposed Atlantic Regional Vet College. A study group of 3 students, 1 faculty member, and 1 university admin rep weighed how the addition would affect the overall institution's financial future and whether other areas would be streamlined and suffer due to focus on a vet college. Conversely, the group saw that having one could increase enrollment as a whole and that there would be plenty of non-students taking advantage of such a facility. You know, the vet college won out. It accepted its first class in 1986 and remains the only veterinary school in Atlantic Canada. April 16, 1945, the Charlottetown Guardian's front page that day announced that 3 soldiers from Prince Edward Island who were fighting on the Italian front as part of the West Nova Scotia Regiment had received promotions. Those soldiers were L.A. Doyle from Charlottetown and J. Allen from Summerside, both of whom were elevated to the rank of Lance Corporals, and an M.M. Enman of Northam rose from Lance Corporal to Acting Corporal. Of course, none of these men would have had to enlist at all had Italy, along with Germany and Japan, not decided that fascism was a good idea. April 17, 1912. Alongside the Charlottetown Guardian Morning Daily's lead story about the devastation resulting from the sinking of the Titanic 2 days earlier was a piece about the debate being held in the House over the issue of motor cars. Seems there was a bill being proposed that would incorporate the Imperial Motor Company and allow them to test and demonstrate vehicles on city streets. Places like Panett and Vernon River wanted roads, while others said the rights of country people should be respected. They either didn't want cars or said it was too soon to have them. Others thought country folks shouldn't interfere with an industry that was developing in the city and that horses would get used to automobiles like they did steam cars and streetcars. Your driver's license proves the horses were outvoted.
Hi, we're 30 Russell, and you're listening to isletunes.
they're not just dirty, they're plain dirty, as in the Plain Dirty Blues Band. isletunes just brought you a cut from their 2010 debut album, $5 Cover. The song was Got My Mojo Workin'. Indeed, these guys, Simon Moore, Mark Beeland, Doug Burton, and Steve Guy, took their love of blues and rock, mind you, and worked it into electric live performances. Sure, it was mostly cover songs at first, but they graduated to original tunes and laid those down on the aforementioned record, and also a follow-up collection that came out in 2013. You can still catch Doug jamming with Got Blues over at the Salvador Dali. That's where I met him. Undoubtedly, you've heard the stories of how the magic of PEI pulls visitors in and turns them into residents. Hell, it happened to me 2 decades ago. It also happened to Seth Pobjoy, an Irishman who grew up speaking Gaelic and learning fiddle at kitchen parties. Sounds like he'd fit in here, am I right? And so he did when he discovered this island in 1971 while helping a friend move here, only to move here himself 2 years later, making a home at one point out around the Flat River Pinette area. Not only did he live in a geodesic dome for a while, Seth was part of the Back to the Land movement, which advocated leaving the city and living simply. That earthiness, I would presume, led to his interest in traditional island songs, and he's been playing with PEI's Benevolent Irish Society since the 80s. We've got some love for PEI coming down, starting with Seth, but evolving into a double dose of provincial dedication. From Seth Pobjoy's 2004 album East Coast Towns, this is This Island Holds Me, holding me to an
isletunes rock block.
Where the sea meets the shore, the red cliff hangs over, the heron darts quick in the shallow, where the clouds stretch for miles and your spirit soars high, and you think you could be here forever if you stand by her streams in the spring of the year, full of old snow. They're all in their glory, with each twist and each turn. Every waterfall's run, giving thanks to the earth that has opened. Oh, the fishermen come and the fishermen go through the fog of an early June morning. And it's all that they'll say, that the price never pays. But they're sure to go fishing tomorrow. Oh, I can't seem to forget my home, no matter how widely I roam. Oh, this island holds me, and as far as I can see, it could hold me forever. When the winds of the fall muffle wild birds' calls as they rush down in rivers of sunshine, and the black-bellied cloud plies the strait clear and proud, telling stories that winter's soon coming. When your woodshed's near full and your house banking's done, and your good friends
are all in the same boat. When the snow flurries swirl and you shake off a chill, close your doors, let the music begin. Oh, an old man has passed and you've bid him your last in the company of his friends and his daughters. Oh, he stood straight and clear, we remember him near. Say farewell to a noble old islander. Oh, I can't seem to forget my home, no matter how widely I roam. Oh, this island holds me, and as far as I can see, it could hold me forever. It could hold me forever.
Three, four. When I get home to the Maritimes, I'll be heading for the place to be, where they take you round and they sit you down and fill your cup with tea, or a nip of something strong you're served up in a mason jar. And I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll greet my friends and neighbours with a pat on the back and a roar. Hey! Shake the hand of my old man as he comes through the door. I'll pull my chair up to the kitchen table for a game of cards. And I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll wear Charlie Chamberlain's flannel shirt and Harry Hibbs' old cap. I'll wear John Allen's tartan kilt and nothing under that. In a pair of stompin' Tom's old boots and might not get too far. But I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. Let's go! Now I see a girl who's waiting underneath the front porch light. She'll look me up and she'll look me down, and I'll be quite a sight. Well, I may not walk the straightest as we stroll under the stars, but I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll play Don Messer's fiddle with Buddy McMaster's bow. I'll call the old-time dances as they line up row by row. 2, 3, 4. Well, I may not be in fashion when I pick Hank Snow's guitar, but I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll wear Charlie Chamberlain's flannel shirt and Harry Hibbs' old cap. I'll wear John Allen's tartan kilt and nothing under that. In a pair of stompin' Tom's old boots, I might not get too far, but I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. I'll be back home in the Maritimes, where they take you as you are. Here we go now.
If one is good, two is better. In this case, Mike and Leon, better known as Mike Pendergast and Leon Gallant, teaming up for the 2011 CD Songs from the Shanty. You just heard the Maritime song on isletunes. Mike can flip easily between children's songs and traditional gospel or Acadian songs. Stanley Bridge fiddler Leon is self-taught and influenced by down-home people and their stories. And they both are regulars on the island summer show circuit, so they were kind of perfect for pairing up on records together. This wasn't their only one, though this one does also feature fellow island folksters Remy Arsenault and Brendan Peters. This song might end up putting me in the doghouse, but what a way to go. That's because these musical garage dwellers out of Summerside call themselves the Doghouse Band, and they only got started relatively recently, getting together twice a week to jam. It wasn't long before members Don Rayner, Jerry Poirier, and Teresa Cameron, my apologies to anyone I'm leaving out since y'all are a self-proclaimed ever-evolving group, decided to commit themselves and their music to recorded media, and that resulted in their self-titled album released in 2024. These country-ish rockers aren't afraid to experiment, and they're also not afraid to do a little envelope pushing in their lyrics, which has us arriving at a bit of a content warning. It's not because the song I'm sharing with you is called Kick Your Ass, it's because of some of the other delightfully naughty vocabulary contained within. And it is with that I let loose the Doghouse Band via a rolled-up newspaper called an
isletunes F-bomb alert!
I said, I'm gonna fuck you up. put the boots to you when you're down. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up. I said, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Arf, arf, bitches. I mean the literal female dog kind. The Doghouse Band on iTunes with their track Kick Your Ass. If you've got your own musical chops and want to do your own ass kicking, the Doghouse Band invites you to their Friday night playing parties where you too can tap your paw to your instrument of choice, and you don't even have to be a pro. You just have to have fun and be free of judgment, because these dogs don't need that. Still to come, a flow that isn't bacon and tomato. Kevin Gallant goes from Facebook Reels to real life, and Mark Haines delivers the much-needed reminder that we are free. It may not be free to get in to see your favorite island artist playing live, but hey, musicians gotta eat and pay rent too, you know. Hear what your hard-earned loonies will go toward with this list of gigs to dig across Prince Edward Island. Sunday, April 12th, the Charlottetown Jazz Ensemble is playing at the Trailside Music Hall. Tuesday, April 14th, Joss Rayom is at the Summerside Shipyard. And Thursday, April 16th, it's Island Jazz Sopa Improv Showcase at Baba's Lounge. Looking into the rest of the month, April 18th, the PEI String Collective is at St. Paul's Church in Charlottetown. April 19th, Fiddler's Sons, they are at St. Andrews United in Vernon Bridge. April 19th also sees Island Jubilee Old Time Radio Show with Scott McKay, Kira Lone, and Blake Orville Crockett. They're at Florence Simmons Performance Hall. April 22nd, it's the Earth Day Celebration Show with Todd McLean, Amelia May, Justin Time, Katie McGarry, Dan Curry, Teresa Doyle, Nico Romero, Daryl Gallant, and more. They're all at the Trailside. April 23rd, Island Jazz featuring Ian Toms. They're at Baba's Lounge. April 25th, it's the band Rock Night sharing the stage with Caitlin Alexis at Sportsman's Lounge. And April 30th, it's Island Jazz, Jacob Redden and the Striped Shirt Band at Baba's Lounge. Fascinating Ladies of Country featuring Brielle Ansems, Catherine O'Brien, Haley Zabo, Olivia Blacquier, and Stephanie Ross. They are still on their tour, and April 12th sees them at the Harborfront Theater in Summerside. It's Christian Reformed in Charlottetown on April 15th, Eastern Kings Community Center in Surrey on April 17th, Seniors Active Living in Charlottetown on April 18th, King's Playhouse in Georgetown April 19th, the Cornwall 50 Plus Club April 22nd, Lower Montague Women's Institute April 24th, Surrey Show Hall April 25th, St. Peter's Circle Club April 26th, and wrapping up at the Guild on May 2nd. And don't forget, Baba's Lounge holds an open mic night every Wednesday at 9 p.m. hosted by the one and only K to the I to the N to the L-E-Y.
Hey yo, from the streets to the dunes, you're now rocking with the prototype live on iTunes, you dig?
Stay away from serpents, stay away from serpents. Stay away from serpents, yeah. All these serpents, yeah, I know, I just float and I stay comfortable, float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah, I know, I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. All these serpents, yeah, I know, I just float and I stay comfortable, float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah I know. I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. Stay away from serpents, you know that I try. Keep my cool on the surface, how I'm gonna thrive. But I ain't in no circus, try to have me running through the hoops I don't abide. Oh, these serpents, they ain't at your service. Switching with the tides, I'm feeling too alive. You can never kill my vibe. Keep an eye out for serpents, eyes out for serpents, so I'm never nervous. Contemplating what is worth it. Say you wanna hang, but you switch, so with which version? Put my work in. Jealousy everywhere that I can see, cause everybody wanna be worshipped. Ay, bet I'm gonna keep it coming and they don't have no say. Gotta grab some more Corona, sip them during the day. Try to read me like a book, but I'm still turning the page. You can't keep up, I don't need you, I was finding a way. Wired for this mission, tell myself that's my life that I be missing. Shout out to all the deniers, and you know who you is. Taking off, I ain't trying to land. Moving with the sticks, got the juice and got the lid, ayy. Life a movie, gonna rewrite the script. I can't leave it to fate, and I can't leave it to them. Blue bruises down the hash quick. Zooming got my mind doing backflips away from the masses. Seeing double shattered glasses. Baby girl, your eyes are like diamonds, and they are so precious. Leaving me breathless and not from my habits. Flicking ashes, they'll be salty, but for now they are just brackish. All these serpents, yeah I know, I just float and I stay comfortable. Float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah I know. I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. All these serpents, yeah I know, I just float and I stay comfortable. Float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah I know. I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. Stay away from serpents, you know that I try. Keep my cool on the surface, how I'm gonna thrive. But I ain't in no circus, try to have me running through the hoops I don't abide. Oh, these serpents, they ain't at your service. Switching with the tides, I'm feeling too alive. You can never kill my vibe. Keep an eye out for serpents, eyes out for serpents, so I'm never nervous. I'm in the zone, grinding alone, you know I don't play. Used to be treading the water, trying to float, now I just float for days. Bumping like bows, eyes on the throne, vision it glows, ayy. Visions are drifting down to my toes, no drying my clothes, ayy. No telling no lies on me, but you get exposed. Too much I know, so leave me alone. Seize the control, keep me right out of your scope. If seeing me sees the succeed is something you hope, you better be let down. And gonna have to learn to cope, gonna have to learn to just hope. When you acting strange, ay. Wanna see me act a certain way, yo. Maybe I've been thinking paranoid, ay. But sometimes serpent's what you can't avoid, no. Shout out to those who wanna see me break, ay. Wondering how much it is gonna take, oh. Shout out to those who wanna see me break. Those who wanna see me break, those who wanna see me break. How much is it gonna take? You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. All these serpents, yeah I know, I just float and I stay comfortable. Float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah I know. I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. All these serpents, yeah I know, I just float and I stay comfortable. Float away on a boat. Hot like sun, never cold, yeah I know. I've been paving the road, keep my name on the low. Stay away from serpents, you know that I try. Keep my cool on the surface, how I'm gonna thrive. But I ain't in no circus, try to have me running through the hoops I don't abide. Oh, these serpents, they ain't at your service. Switching with the tides, I'm feeling too alive. You can never kill my vibe. Keep an eye out for serpents, eyes out for serpents, so I'm never nervous.
And to think, it all started with getting pulled for weeds. BT Flow on iTunes, stylized FLW, and his 2020 single Serpents. It was one of many songs that grew out of the Charlottetown native's 14-year-old self getting suspended for, well, Motley Crue said smoking in the boys' room, but we're not talking ciggies here. That experience led to the would-be rapper creating his first rhyme, and he spent the ensuing years honing his craft and being at the forefront of hip-hop making its way out from the underground on the island. Sir Flo now does his thing in Halifax, wowing that crowd with his multi-syllabic verses and catchy melodies. Smokin'. Some artists, okay, most artists, gotta be in the spotlight all the time, doing what they can online and off to attract attention. Well, let's face it, one has to get noticed. Then there are other artists who are content to release music and not make such a huge deal out of it. Kevin Gallant is one of them. And before you ask, no, not Kevin Boomer Gallant, CBC's former weather guy. This Kevin has a Facebook page filled with videos of himself singing karaoke covers from multiple different styles, but he also takes care to mention that he does write original tunes. A Christmas CD he spoke about wanting to make hasn't seemed to surface yet, but in 2024, Kevin quietly released his album This One's For You, which leans heavy on country. iTunes is here for this cut, which clarifies it's not telephonic communication of an X-rated nature. It's Kevin Gallant with This Ain't No Booty Call.
This young girl, see you over there, sipping on that drink. I know you're not just looking for a one-night stand. You're the kind of girl I wanna meet. Can I get your number, please? And you will see, you're the only girl for me. This ain't no booty call. I'm in love with you. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. This ain't no booty call. Come and be with me, and we will be a family. And baby, you will see just what you really mean to me. This ain't no booty call. We're much older now, and you're in love with me. And we're cuddled up on the couch, talking about how we made. And you couldn't be with anybody else. Girl, you and me, we are meant to be forever and ever now. This ain't no booty call. I'm in love with you. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. This ain't no booty call. Come and be with me, and we will be a family. And baby, you will see just what you really mean to me. This ain't no booty call. Ain't no booty call. Ain't no booty call. Yeah, yeah. This ain't no booty call. I'm in love with you. I'm gonna love you till the day I die. This ain't no booty call. Come and be with me, and we will be a family. And baby, you will see just what you really mean to me. This ain't no booty call. 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 This ain't no booty call.
This ain't no booty call, and this ain't none other but Kevin Gallant on iTunes. Mark Haines from Kingston, Ontario, became proficient on guitar, mandolin, fiddle, piano, and bowron, and in his 40-year career, he's made a name for himself on the island, thanks to his wife, who brought him here, as half of a duo, a solo act, and a music teacher giving private lessons. As part of Haines and Leighton, Mark was on a record as early as 1992, but that was far from his last recording. In 2020, he put out a Mark-only collection called Up by the Roots, and that's the one we're going to pull up right here. We Are Free sings Mark Haines, and he sings it on iTunes.
You might say that I am dreaming, and you might say that I'm naive, but all I'm saying is that I'm seeing the world the way I want the world to be. We are free, we are free, with these broken chains we believe. I see patience and understanding. I see joy and I see peace. I hear laughter and sweet forgiveness, and I say goodbye to old beliefs. For we are free, with these broken chains. We believe someday love's all there will be. Go tell it on the mountain, we are free. Well, shout it out from over your rooftop. Sing it from up the highest hill. Sing across the widest ocean, and never let your voice be still. For we are free, yes, we are free. We've a broken chains, and we believe that someday love is all there will be. And go tell it on the mountain, and that we are free.
Four-decade musical veteran Mark Haines delivering the message we are free on isletunes. Not bad for a guy who's toured the UK, Sweden, and Taiwan. That's some serious frequent flyer miles going on there. Why do they say frequent flyer miles in Canada? Shouldn't it be frequent flyer kilometers? But what do I know? I do know that it's time to wrap up this episode filled with the music of male music makers who hadn't yet had their stuff played on isletunes. Did you like that as a theme? Maybe you've got your own idea for a theme. If so, let me know by email at amj@isletunes.ca or voicemail on 902-807-4250. Those are also ways you can make general comments, suggestions, or requests. Plus, slip me a recording of yourself uttering an Islanderism to start up the show, like Justin Dwarin did so colorfully. You'll also find some colorful swag at isletunes.creator-spring.com, the profits of which all go to paying for this here show, as do subscriptions on Patreon, where you'll get exclusive video content for your monetary effort. Musical contribution to the isletunes theme by Kaylin McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. Coordination assistance by Jackie Robichaux. I'm Adam Michael James, and like Mark Haines told us, we are free. And we're damn lucky to be so, given the fascistic stranglehold my home country of the U.S. is trying to place on its citizens. Be grateful democracy isn't in question here, for the most part. I know how much Canada likes to borrow from the States, and as stated by Dutch diplomat Gijs de Vries, ultimately freedom and democracy are stronger than fear and tyranny. You know it. Thanks for listening, PEI. See yous in 7.